Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's do a complete beginner's guide to Cookard, shall we? Cookard is a completely free game that you can get on Steam. I'm going to put links in the description below, and I played it just on a whim because it looked cool, and I absolutely had a blast with this game. However, I realized that because I've played other similar types of games like Stacklands and other tabletop board games, it even has some, a bit of idle clicker game built into this, that it might not come as naturally for others, and there are some things that are not fully explained in the tutorial as you're kind of working into the game. So I didn't want anyone to miss this title or bounce off of it because of, improper explanation. So I'm going to make a guide, and what we're going to do in this guide is start up a brand new game so you can play along, or if you've never seen this game, you can check it out and see if it is a game that you might feel like downloading. Sound good? We're just going to go right here. Actually, I misspoke. If you already have progress and you did want to reset it, which is what I just did, you actually have to drag that reset button, not just click it, over to the start button. Then you can click start and begin at the very beginning like I am doing now, so that you could play along with no progress exactly as you would with a brand new account. Okay, so let's talk about what we see on the screen very quickly. So in Cookard, what we're going to be doing here is making piles of cards so that we can eventually create dishes to serve to cats at our restaurant. So we are a kitty chef preparing food for other kitties, and loosely you can think about this play space as the checkered area, which is your kitchen, and then this kind of paisley diamondy type area as the area where the guests will come in and eat food. At least that's how I visually organize things. So in this game, you're going to open packs of cards, and with those cards, you can create combinations to do all sorts of things, make different dishes like baguettes and bagels for people, or I should say cats, to eat. So in the upper left of the screen, you're going to see a heart with a 0, which is, if you mouse over it, you see this is your popularity. And this is just how word is spreading about your restaurant. And this is based on guests served and complexity of dishes is what it feels like. And this just slowly builds as you go and successfully serve your customers. Up here is a reward card, and you can pick up all of these cards with left click, drag them around, and move things. And whenever you get a reward, they will spawn right on this reward box with the present in the upper left. I like to keep it right here myself. And this is your play mat or play area, which you can redesign to however you like in terms of ergonomics, efficiency, or just aesthetics. And what's cool about this is you can actually use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Now this is too far away to play, but at first I was playing with the kind of default zoom, which looks like this, and it's nice because you can read everything very clearly, but it does limit your play area. Now at the beginning that isn't a big deal, but as you get more and more stuff, you might want to zoom out to this level, for example, to just get some more space. You can move things with left click. As it says, the instructions for the controls, they're very basic. You can move the camera with WASD if you want, or you can simply zoom in and out. I don't really move the camera hardly at all in this game, and I just kind of keep it as just about like this. This is fine. Then you can right click to just take one card off of a stack if you would like. Now, the reason I'm telling you all of this right now, left click to move a whole stack, right click to move a single card, zoom with the wheel, move the camera with WASD, is because if you click this button, you can hide the controls. And I actually like to do that so I have more play area. Now, you'll notice it's blinking pause on my screen, and you might be like, well, why is it doing that? That is because this is a game where time passes, and you always need to be aware of that. And in any game where time is passing, spacebar is generally pause, and it is in this game, and I always just pause the game, and I will pause it a lot so that I can talk to you. But I think for myself, so I don't feel rushed, what I always like to do is pause the game so I can set things up and then unpause the game. A lot of the game can't actually be done while it's paused, but you can set things up and move things around without worrying about time. Underneath the popularity on the upper left, there are the time controls. You could pause with space or resume by pushing space again, or pushing 1 or 2. 1 is normal speed, 2 is fast, or the fastest speed in the game. Here, you have a quest panel, and it's telling you, welcome. The first thing they want us to do is click and open this starter pack. And then in the upper right, you see the queue. This is where customers will come into the restaurant, and they will line up here, and they will always spawn up there so you can see them, and there will be a bell sound when they come in. So I'm going to unpause the game, and I'm going to click on this pack. You see it immediately opens, and I'm going to pause the game. The pack opens, and you hear a coin sound effect because, well, we got all sorts of coins, but we also, in the upper left, in the reward section, we get some rewards. I can move these cards while it's paused. I can get water as a recipe. Whenever you learn a recipe, you can now produce that in your kitchen. And whenever you have a card selected, in the bottom right of the screen, you'll see there's a pop-up tooltip that shows you information about it. It's generally the recipe, and it says it requires 5 energy, and you can make water at a water pump or a tap. So what does this mean? This means that, well, I have a water pump right here. And this water pump is this pink card. And then you see how I can just put my water pump wherever I like. Let's just put it right there for now. And it has a bar above it. This is the progress bar. And you could see if I mouse over it, it says 0 out of 5. Well, it takes 5 energy to make water, and I use the water pump by clicking on it with left click. I have to click 5 times. I can click as fast as I'd like, and then I generate water once I get this recipe. Now, water also, if I click on this again, you see I changed to the pump, and in the bottom right, it describes that. I click on this, and it goes to the recipe for water. Can be made at a tap, which uses electricity to produce water automatically, but I don't have that yet. So there we go. We have a water recipe. Now we also have these 3 coins, and I'm just going to pick up the stack. Remember, you can right click to just pick up a single card. You can drag and drop them onto a stack like so to create a little pile, and then use left click to pick up the whole stack of coins. You see the description just says the source of capitalism, indeed. And I'm just going to put these in the lower left corner because actually at the beginning of the game you can't do anything with coins. We also got another basic pack for opening that. So now you see we completed this quest over here. So the quest tab just kind of progresses, and the welcome quests are just explaining the game to you. And the next quest is to get water. Okay, so I'm going to unpause the game and click on this, and we now learned how to make water. And if I go over into the recipe tab, you could see that my recipes are sorted categorically by the instrument that produces them, or the device, and in this case it's the water pump. And if I click on this again, it gives me the same water recipe. So I'm going to unpause it, and I'm going to click on the water pump. You see this fill up. 2, 3, the progress bar is going up. 4, 5, we made water. Now completing the quest, you hear that ding, meaning I completed the quest. I got a coin. I'm going to put it in my pile. I like to keep things organized into stacks. I got some flour, and I got a whisk, which is another kitchen implement. You could see a lot of the implements have this pink background, and the recipe dough, it has this scroll with an R, meaning it's a recipe, and it's gray. It's a one-time use. We click it, then we learn it. And the whisk, I'm going to just kind of move these 2 guys, these tools, right next to each other here, just keeping my kitchen vaguely organized. And I'm going to unpause the game and click on the recipe. Oops, sorry, I had it unpaused. I'm going to click on that. And then I've got my water, and I could just put this in its own pile. Now, what they want us to do is make dough. So I'm going to click on this, and what's dough? Well, you put flour and water to a whisk to make the dough. So we need to use all 3 of these things to make dough. Now, I can stack the water on the flour and then put it on the whisk like this to make it. Now, the ordering actually matters, because at first I was trying to do it like this, where I had, let me just take these off, and I had flour and water like this, and I put the whisk on top. But you'll notice if you do it like this, then you can't do anything. There's no progress bar. So you need to have the whisk on the bottom and the ingredients on the top that you want to mix together. So now, dough requires a whisk, and the whisk is just like the pump. I have to click it to use it. Now, I can't click on the card. I have to click on just this pink bar that says whisk, and you see progress is being made, and then boom, we get dough. So we've mixed the water and the flour together into dough. I got a coin I'm going to put down here. I have a recipe to make a baguette. I've received an oven, which is an electrical appliance, and you see it has this kind of gold background. And then in the upper right of the oven, it looked like a guitar pick to me, but this electrical bolt means that this needs electricity. Well, how am I going to get electricity, you say? Well, they also gave us this hand crank. Oop, I got to pause the game. We have a customer. I am not ready for this. So I don't have a table for this customer to sit at. I forgot to pause it while I was talking to you, but we can solve this problem. So this hand crank is how we generate electricity, and you guessed it, we have to manually click it to provide electricity. Now this circle that goes around it, it's got a yellow transparency background, that is the area of influence. So everything within that circle around the hand crank is getting power, like the oven. But if I move the oven over here, it's not going to get power. So I need to move the oven in this circle, and it will get power. Now, it's not doing anything right now. So first thing I want to do is learn the baguette recipe, and let's click on this. It says to make a baguette, we just put the dough in the oven. Now you see how the oven has turned red. I've got no power. So I'm going to, while the game is paused, because now you definitely want to start pausing the game. You see the customer, the kitty that's come in, has a little circle here that has a teeny little slice out of it. This is like they're waiting, how long they're waiting, and you need to serve them before that runs out. So I'm going to keep it paused so I can prepare everything. I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to put it into the oven. Now a progress bar appears on that. Whenever you see a progress bar appear on a device, then that means you have a correct recipe. So it's like they said for the baguette, we just put the dough in the oven, but we need the oven to be near the hand crank, and then we need to use the hand crank, and I'll show you. I'm just going to start clicking on the hand crank. I'm going to pause it. So the hand crank has its own little progress bar that's green that shows how much power it has left, and I fill it up by clicking on it, and then the oven takes power from the crank, so this green bar goes down as the oven draws power, and then it automatically cooks. I don't have to do anything with the oven because it's getting power. So the oven progress bar, you see it's filling up, and then we made a baguette, and I've got a baguette. I'm going to take it down here, but the problem is I can't give it to my customer because I'm going to put the coin down here. I don't have a table for them to sit at. So it says seat the customer. Customer will come and need to be seated to a table. So I'm going to take my table, and I like to put this as my little restaurant area just right next to the queue, and I'm going to put the customer at the table. Now once the customer sits down, they will tell you what they want to eat in this little bubble up here, and you see they want a baguette. So I have a baguette, so I can just drag my baguette with the game paused on top of the customer. As soon as I do that, you'll notice that their little progress wheel has disappeared because they've been given the dish that they wanted, and the progress bar appears the customer above the customer, which is like they're going to eat this now. So while they're doing that, one of the main tips I have for you in this game is when things are happening, like a customer is eating and they've been served, don't just sit there and watch them eat. You have a lot of things you can do in your kitchen, like prepare water or open this basic pack and make some dough. You need to kind of like be doing some prep work to allow yourself to be ready if another customer indeed comes in. And actually, because I'm zoomed in, you can't see. I apologize, but you'll notice, let me move this down. There is a progress bar above the queue. Now, you probably saw it on your screen. When I moved the camera with WASD, it kind of moved a little bit too far down for my liking, but that's okay. I'm going to actually zoom out then so you can see it better. It might not be as easy to read the cards at this zoom level on your screen if you're playing on a small screen. But it gives us more space to work with, which we're going to start needing. So I'm going to move over here, There we go. And all right, fine. I'll zoom back in just for a moment. You see the progress bar above the queue. That is telling you how long before another customer arrives. So while we're waiting for a customer, I'm going to open this pack, and now I get honey, flour, and eggs. Now, currently, I don't really have anything to do with honey and eggs, but again, what I always like to do is keep things in stacks. So I've got coins over here, and I can just put honey, eggs, and flour in their own stacks. And I'm going to just start making some water. And clicking on the water pump up here. Now, you'll notice if I click on water pump at the top, I can just keep filling up water. And it'll make more and more water right here. And I can then put water in its own stack. Now, that customer is done. And I can take their coins and put it over here. Take this coin and put it over here. We have a massive coin stack, which is good. We learned how to wash a dish. Because, well, you might be like, what's that for? Well, you can see they've left a dirty plate at the table. So let's unpause the game, click that recipe to learn how to wash a dish. And then I'm in the quest screen. I'm just clicking on wash dish. And what you need to do is take this dirty plate and put it at the pump. Now, if you had any progress bar of water at the pump, putting a plate there will reset the progress. And then all you need to do is just wash it by filling it up. And then immediately it gives you a coin for the dirty plate, which is awesome. And we get the quest. And I'm going to zoom out because our coin stack is so big. By the way, I'll show you this. If I have this coin and I just drag it and I drop it on the top of the stack, it'll put it at the bottom. So you don't have to like scroll down and manually put it there. You can just drop it anywhere near the stack and it will sort it for you. Now, I'm going to start rearranging things just to get a little bit more space. And I'm going to start putting all my kitchen stuff over here. So that I don't, you see how the reward kind of got blocked by the pump. Now, we, at this point, got a bunch of new stuff. We got a store, we got a market, we got a basic pack recipe, and a sell water recipe. So what is all this stuff? Well, at the store, we can purchase packs, and at the market, we can sell things. Now, you can only sell items that you have the recipe for. So I can't sell honey at the market because I don't have a recipe for doing that. But what they're telling you is I can sell water at the market. Now, this tells you that 4 water at the market will give you 1 coin if you need coins. So let's go ahead and learn these recipes. You say, what am I going to need coins for? I'm going to click this. I'm going to click this. So now if I click on buy basic pack, it's telling you, and I'm in the quest panel on the left. By the way, this green progress bar that we're filling up is our popularity bar. So you can see we're making progress towards filling up our popularity. It says to get more ingredients so that we can make more dishes, we need to buy items with coins in the store. So a basic pack, well, I want to buy that. Now, if I go over to the recipe panel, you can see actually now everything is sorted. Water pump, whisk, oven, store, market, etc. If I click on basic pack in the store, it tells you it costs 3 coins and it's made in the store. Or water, for example, right here, 4 water. So I'm going to take my big stack of coins and just drop it on the store. I'm actually going to put the store over here off to the side. And I'm going to put the market down here for now. And what happens when you do this, when you load up all of these coins onto the store, is that the progress bar appears, and as that fills up, it's going to buy a pack for me for 3 coins, and then it'll make a pack, and then it's going to buy another pack if there's 3 coins, and then it'll spend all of my money as much as it can buying packs, and then the packs will also go into this stack for me to take out. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to go back to the quest. We need to sell water. So let's just make some water. And I've got 4 water. And I'm going to take my water with the game paused. You see I just made 2 basic packs already. I'm going to just drag the water over to the market like so. And it's going to sell 4. Now while that's happening, I'm going to make more water. And why am I doing that? Because I'm going to mix water and flour together to start preparing dough. I've got 3 basic packs. And I'm going to whisk this together right away. And I'm honestly going to, a customer is coming. And what I like to do, in addition to have ingredients prepped in the game, is have finished dishes prepped so I can serve people rapidly. Now, I'm not sure the calculation. If you know the calculations for this and you'd like to share those in the comments below, that would be awesome. I haven't been able to divine exactly how you get popularity. I'm just assuming it's because you serve customers and they're happy. But there is probably a way to scale more points, for example, by serving them rapidly, getting them to the table quickly, and then giving them what they want quickly. And the less time they have to wait, maybe the better rating they give you, the more popularity they give. I don't know if that's the case, but I like to pretend that it is. And in order to do that, I want to have everything that my restaurant can make ready to go so that I can serve it to people. As far as I have seen in this game, nothing spoils. That goes for ingredients, that goes for finished goods. So it doesn't matter if it's made and it's been sitting there for a while. You can give it to people they don't know. So it's our little secret. I'm going to take this dough and put it in the oven. And now what I'm going to do is go back to the quest panel, and we need to get 1 popularity. That's the next thing. So I'm going to start making some water like so, put it over here. And then I'm going to click all of these packs. And I opened every pack. Now, if you've played a CCG before, you might say to yourself, well, why'd you do that? You know, your card's going to be all messed up and you won't be able to see what you got. Well, yes, if things were randomized, that would be the case. But in Cookard, the basic pack only has inside it flour, honey, egg every time. So I know that's all I'm going to get. So I don't care about opening them all. Now, they don't unfortunately sort themselves. They do go into one big ingredients pile, but I like to, as I said, put them in proper stacks. So I'm going to, with the game paused, just kind of sort everything up so that I can get a good picture of what I have. And there we go. I'm going to put that coin over there on the store so I can buy a pack as soon as possible. And I'm going to start pumping water. We've got a baguette. I'm going to put it here. You could put these wherever you want, but in the restaurant, maybe up here, I could put finished dishes. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and just put flour and water here and whisk it together. Now you see it says you can't do that with the game paused. I see that all the time because I pause the game quite frequently to not lose any time. I'm going to immediately put the dough in the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and start making some more water. Okay? And now with the game paused, I'm going to put this kitty there, and I'm going to move it over so I can see what they want more easily. And they want a baguette. Surprise, there's a baguette for you. It's all I can make, so I mean, I hope that's all they order because I can't make anything else. I'm going to go ahead and whisk this up while a baguette is cooking. Put the baguette here, put this in there, mix these up here, and actually I need to hand crank, get the power back up. There we go. This, you see the popularity spike we got there. We got some coins. We're going to buy a pack with that. And don't put the dirty plate onto the tap unless you know, sorry, the tap's down here. I moved that accidentally. I'm going to put it right here. Don't put it on there unless your progress bar is empty because it'll waste it. I'm going to put it there. You see how I had some and it just went away? I'm going to finish this, put this here, put that in there, and I'm going to clean this plate, get a coin here, right click to take the basic pack out, open it up, egg, honey, flour, go. Okay, fantastic. And let's go ahead and get some water. Beautiful. Flour, water, whisk, baguette. Whisk it up, put it in there, crank it up. Okay. And I'm going to take 4 water and send it to the market to get a coin so I can buy a pack. And coins, packs happening. There we go. Egg, honey, flour. Now, I've played before, so don't worry if you're not going as fast as I am. It doesn't matter. Like, right now, we have so few customers. We only have 1 table. You're going to get multiple tables. You're going to be having multiple dishes, lots of customers. But right now, things are pretty chill. And here comes a customer, and they want a baguette. And let's go ahead and make another one. Fantastic. And we got our popularity, which means that we now can sell flour, honey, egg, all to the market. And I'm going to learn these recipes like so. And we can now also make a bagel. I'm going to finish this. And I'm going to put these here. And I'm going to put this here so I can wash it. Take the pack, put it over here. Baguette, there you go. Wonderful. Coins over here. They need one more water to make another coin. Sure, here you go. And we'll open the pack, and we're going to just get some water going. Here comes a pack for us. Egg, honey, flour. Now, the next quest is just to get another popularity. Well, let's check the recipe. Sell honey. 2 honey is a coin. 2 eggs is a coin. And 2 flour is a coin. Well, I got to tell you, I am not going to have too much flour, but I will have plenty of honey and eggs, so I'm going to do that for now. Although we just got a use for honey, and what's that? You say, well, we just learned how to make a bagel. So look in the oven. I clicked all of those recipes really quickly, but they all store over here in your recipe section. So every time you learn a recipe, it's always over here. And you can see the bagel is just dough plus honey in the oven. So let's start making some of that. Getting it ready. Because you better believe that people are going to come in wanting that. And by people, I mean kitties. All right. I'm going to take this pack out. And these are selling. That's fine. Open it. And put these in the right stacks. Flour. Here we go. Get some water. All the coins over there. Terrific. Bagel. Water. There we go. Mix these together. Got it. Make another bagel, because I have 4 baguettes, so I feel okay about that. And here comes a customer, and they just want a baguette. So here you go. Egg, honey, flour, and water together. Whisk it up. Tremendous. And hand crank's getting low. Top that off. Okay. We got 2 coins to buy a pack. We got a dirty plate. Another coin. Take the pack. Tremendous. We got some dough. I will make 1 more bagel here. Put those together. Do this. I probably have plenty of eggs. Okay, that's done. And I'm actually going to leave the dough. And just make water. All right, customer. They want a baguette. Oh, probably should cook that then. Water is so easy to just make for money right now. There we go. Coin. Pack. Coins over here. Baguette down with our other baguettes. And we'll make some more water. Get the hand crank going. There we go. There we go. It's a baguette cat. Well, they're not putting too much pressure on us to get... Oh, wrong thing. At the moment. To get that bagel, so that's nice. And we got 2 popularity, which means... Let me put the coins over here and over here. And move 3 water over, water down here. Dough together. Perfect. We now can make foam and meringue. So I'm going to click on it, put the baguette in the stack. So how do I make foam? Well, let's go to our recipe stack. The quest now says 3 popularity. Foam is here. It just takes a whisked egg, and then to make meringue, we cook it. So no problem. I'm going to take an egg. And now you notice how I can stack eggs and, you know, make 2 foam. Oop. There you go. So I'm just going to make a whole bunch. Oops. Got to get this cleared off. My goodness. And meringue. Ready to go. Keep it over here. You notice you can't stack dough on the oven because it's like, well, I can't cook those together. So you can just move this over as its own ingredient while we... There we go. And we got a customer who wants a bagel. Now the power is out. Let's give him a bagel and crank this up. Beautiful. Coins. Store. Dirty plate. Meringue. Bagel, you say? Bagel indeed. My space is getting a little crowded, so I'm actually going to move water over here and just kind of pull these down. I will put the market down here as well and just slide all of my ingredients over. Just make more space. Remember, you can always zoom out to make even more space for yourself. Okay. And I will just kind of shift this over just a bit to allow this room here. Great. Kitty. Kitty wants baguette. You got it. Click, 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 click. Sweet. And we need some water. Get these together. Get a pack going. There it is. We're running low on baguettes, so that's fine. Tremendous. Let me get the crank going. Let me get a bunch of water. And the customer wants a baguette, sure. And the next quest is still 3 popularity. Not a problem. Let's make another baguette then. Okay. Coins. Dirty plate. There we go. Foam in there, sure. Egg. Honey. And flour. I'm going to sell a good bit of honey. Alright. Bagel. You got it. Alright, we got 3 popularity. And let me put all this money here. Put the dirty plate over here. Coin here. And we got a new quest. Trade for a table and get 4 popularity. What does that mean? Well, we now have a trade house, which is another location. I'll put it right here. And the trade house, if you click on it, it just says trade stuff for other stuff. So if you go to the recipe screen, how can I do it? Well, I need to learn the recipe. And you have to actually open this pack. It's odd. You have to click on it. There you go. And then there you go. We got it. So now I could trade for a table. And it requires 5 dirty plates. So this is going to take a second. Customer wants a bagel. Oh, got to put the dough in there. Okay. So remember, do not wash your plate. Take your plate and put it on the trade house. Buy these packs here. Oops, wrong thing to do. Oh boy. Oh boy, I've made a mockery of that. Okay. Here you go. Put these over here. Dough, honey, egg, honey, flour, egg, honey, flour, whisk it up. Basic pack. There you go. Egg, honey, flour. Bagel. Okay. So let's just go ahead and process and make all the dough that we have. And we could actually, do this. There you go. And we have a customer here. Meringue, you got it. Let's go ahead and get this cranked. Coins on the store, plate at the trade house, water in the water pile, and foam in the oven. Running low on foam here, people. Bagel indeed. Dough. Honey. Crank it. Water. Coins. Whoops, wrong place. Here you go. Put them over here. Dirty plate. We've got 3 at the trade house. Looking good. Bagel on our stack. Feeling good. Let's make another baguette. Let's make another bagel. Excellent. And I'm actually not going to make anything right now. I'm going to keep just 4 of everything, but that's enough. Because as we get more recipes, there will be need for these things outside of this. So I don't want to just, shortchange myself. But you do get kind of a lot of them. And there we go. We can learn how to make a whisk. And we can learn how to do a water pump. So the quest says 5 popularity, trade for a table, and trade for a tap. Well, how do we do that? Well, look at this. To learn how to make a tap and to learn how to make a mixer, I'm going to get the whisk recipe and the water pump recipe. We actually need money. So 5 coins for each. So I'm going to trade some honey and some egg and some water. And they want a bagel. Okay, here you go. Meringue goes in the stack. Bagel, sure. And I'm going to learn the mixer. Oop, that's water. That's not what I meant. There you go. And now we can make a mixer. We learned the recipe anyway, but we have to trade for it. So we'll do that in a moment. I put all my money on this, and you can see it just disappears. The plate goes here, and the trade house starts filling up because something exciting is about to happen. We got a table. So now we have 2 tables. I'll put this over here. Kitty wants baguette. Okay. And now we can make a tap. So how do we do these things? Well, let's show you. It's trade for table, we did trade for tap and mixer. So if we want to get a tap, you need 2 water pumps. Well, I have 1 water pump, and if I want to get a mixer, I need 2 whisks. Well, I have 1 whisk. How do I get it? Water pump needs 3 baguettes, and whisk needs 3 bagels. Well, we just happen to have the bagels, and we also happen to have the baguettes. So I'm going to take these, and water pump, whisk, whisk. Ding. We now have a mixer. Water pump is here. Let me clean this plate first. Good. Money. Water pump at the trade house. Tap. All of these are electric, so you want to put them near your hand crank. And I'm actually going to do it like this, though. I want to tap over here and the mixer down here. So these will just run, but we're going to have to fill up our hand crank a lot. And the mixer, if I just said, for example, okay, well, that looks good. Let's mix something. Well, most of our stuff is mixed, but I'll put an egg there just to show you. The tap is just going to start generating water. And we need baguettes. Yep. How did I know that that's what you'd order? Okay, there you go. Meringue. Bagel. Let's go get this. And let's trade this. And there we go. Dirty plate. There. The dirty plates wash by just being on the tap. But we got to make sure we have enough power here. You'll see the red lights appear when you ran out of power. Tremendous baguette over there. We got a basic pack. Egg, honey, flour, and water. Go. They wanted a baguette. We had a baguette. We gave them baguette. And now we've learned how to make challah. And challah is just in the oven, dough, honey, egg. So now it's everything that we've got all together. How about that? Okay, well, so at this point, our next quest is just to get 6 popularity, and we have 5. And I think this is a good introduction to Cookard. I hope you found this guide to be useful and fun, and you enjoy this game. It's so relaxing and interesting. I just love the chill vibe of what we're doing here. If you'd like to see this guide go further, or you have any questions about the game, please post those in the comments below. And if you're a Cookard expert and you want to share some tips for new players to help them enjoy the game, that would be awesome. Just do so in a way that's non-spoilery, that doesn't go too far into the weeds, so that everybody can understand and follow along. I'd really appreciate that. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Remember, I'm going to be putting a link in the description below to the Steam page so you can play Cookard because it's free. Why not? Take care.